Hello, hello, hello. This is Cyborg.
And Bumblebee.
And today we're going to be talking about
Absolute Green Lantern issue number 9.
betrayal, transformations, and also lies.
So the issue starts off with the Black Star talking to a scientist named Stephen Dayton, who has come up with his, what do they call it? The Mento device, where he is able to, I guess, connect with the Black Star. And we see that he's at home, and then he has who he thought was one of his friends come over and bring him some food, and they're talking. And then it turns out that that friend is not who he thought it was.
Now, granted, he literally said, do not trust what?
Anybody. They had a secret knock and everything. But
dang.
He
trusts somebody he shouldn't.
The perpetrator was smart enough to get that information out of the person before he
died.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say how he is. He died. He went bound.
And he came and he shot the scientist, took the mental device, and we learned that he is under the employment of Hector Hammond, and they wanted the mental device. And we also see that they give him another name. His next person to take out is none other than Joe Mullion, aka our Green Lantern and main character of this book. And where is she at, you might ask? She is at her ex-wife's apartment with Hal Jordan, who apparently has been knocked out for more than 24 hours.
Yeah, still not good.
And we see the two of them arguing, going back and forth, trauma and, their history.
Everybody got trauma. Everybody got problems.
On one hand, Joe was very new and a novice to coming out as lesbian, and she feels that she kind of got caught up in Cam's storm and kind of got swept up in the moments when she probably should have kept it cool, calm, and collected, and kind of kept to herself for a bit. But
yeah, Bumblebee called her a baby lesbo.
Anyways, things happened. Things happened very quickly. If you remember when I mentioned it the last time when the issue was showing us, they got together, married, moved in very quickly.
Correct.
They kind of connected. They met each other, and just boom, 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 moved in, married. All of a sudden,
out of nowhere, just done deal.
But then the reality of things hits, and that's what Joe was on her side of things. Like, you only love your work. You are a workaholic. You were never here.
You didn't love me.
That's why I ended up, that's how I ended up stepping out. Now, to be fair, I mean, they're both in the wrong.
Yes.
They shouldn't have rushed into things. Joe should not have cheated, but also Cam was, in a way, neglecting her wife.
But at the same time,
or not giving her enough attention, if you will.
Neglecting, but then start love bombing. Wait, no. Did she start love bombing him?
Her? Well, the one thing I do remember, or the whole thing when Joe started was bringing up that, hey, like, you're never here. I miss you. I want you here. That's when Cam proposed, and then they got married. So it's kind of a whole situation.
Right.
Which, again, they're both kind of in the wrong. It wasn't going to work.
No, it was never going to work.
Cam loves her job too much, and Joe needed more attention than what she was getting. And she did try to express it, if I remember correctly, but it just wasn't something in the cards. And that's how...
it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. One thing led to another. Not saying that it's right, but that's, one thing led to another, and that's how the cheating happened, and then they broke up.
Was the best thing? Probably not, but hey, it happened.
And then Joe mentions Tomar Ray, a.k.a. the bird guy, and that's when Cam perks up, and she's like, you say what now? Because that's what her job is, the extra normal, is it DEO?
I believe so.
She looks into the weird stuff, if you will. So she was very interested in that, and then Joe told her the vision that she saw when she touched and got the Green Lantern powers. Tomar Ray is another anomaly, just like she is. They weren't really supposed to get the power, but they got the power. Or I don't want to say stole the power, but it kind of just,
they stole it
in a way. And then Cam's like, I have a theory. You know, have you ever taken off the ring? Take it off and let's see if it's the ring that has the power or if it's you. Have you ever thought about taking it off? So she takes it off and Cam puts it on and she punches a coffee table, but they kind of come to the conclusion that
it ain't gonna work for her.
It's not just the ring. The ring, yes, she was able to, or you know, her punching ability was enhanced, but the ring is kind of tailored to Joe.
Yeah.
At this point. So this is
that's her ring.
Yeah. So then Cam gives the ring back and she's like, I gotta go meet my partner. You stay here, write down everything you remember, and I'll be back. Stay away from the windows. And she is gone. Then we see Simon Baz and a new character, Carrie Limbo. The two of them have been working on a case, which just so happens to be a case out of Evergreen. They are on the case of the police officer that mysteriously disappeared, and all that was left was his police car and his badge.
Interesting.
They have dash cam footage, and they see Hal Jordan. You know, this the whole. If you remember from issue 1, where Hal Jordan kind of encountered a officer, and then the Black Hand kind of did its thing and took the officer out.
Right.
They have that dash cam footage, and they're trying to figure things out. They figure out who he is. They know his name. They searched him up. They searched up his social media, and they saw that he posted saying that Joe was back in town. And conveniently, Simon Baz knows who Joe is because Joe was the ex-wife of his partner, Cameron.
And was at the wedding.
And he went to their wedding.
How amazing is that?
So he knows exactly who they are.
How fortunate is that?
Now,
I foresee a problem happening with
he doesn't know that Joe is with Cam at the moment, or that Joe has come to Cam for help.
Mm-hmm.
Cam is going to figure out if she can trust him.
She should.
He kind of, the agent double, who's the agent that they were talking to, is kind of like, if you knew anything, would you tell me? He's like, maybe.
Probably not.
So I'm not sure. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see if Cameron tells him if he's going to keep the secret, or if he's going to tell Agent Double about it. Wow. Meanwhile, and when they leave, Agent Double calls Hector Hammond and lets him know a name, probably telling Hector Hammond Cameron's name, because that's somewhat of interest that they possibly could think Joe would be going to for help.
Right. Interesting.
But we don't have to wait too long, because the next part of the issue is as Joe is writing down everything from her vision, she gets a knock. Or Cameron gets a knock at the door.
Yeah.
And she looks and sees that it's John Stewart, or who she thinks is John Stewart.
What is John Stewart doing here?
And she was kind of confused. And she's like, "What are you doing here? And what's with the suit?"
Bum bum bum.
And she gets a bullet to the gut.
It wasn't John Stewart.
It was not. Apparently, Goldface has went through her social media and figured out who her boss was, and he's like, maybe this face will be a good face, and she'll let her guard down. I don't know how he knew that. Maybe he knew where she would be because of the Agent Double calling and letting Hector Hammond know. But they found her.
Yeah.
And
got shot.
They kind of have a little bit of a struggle. He reveals himself and tells her who he is, and he's like, I'm not John, I'm Goldface. She has 2 bullets in her chest. Hal Jordan is on the couch passed out. And that's how the issue ends.
Yeah, this was a lot of ups and downs and topsy-turvy. So you gotta check it out for yourself as well. You might like it just as much as I did. What about you, Bumblebee? I
would agree. We're gonna have to find out if Joe survives. She has 2 golden bullets in her body right now.
Yeah, 2 yellow bullets.
Uh-huh.
Just yellow. That's it.
Gold, yellow, whatever.
Same difference from their perspective, I guess.
Yeah, and that's how the issue ends. She's on the ground with 2 bullets in her. We'll have to wait and see what happens next.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Hal Jordan will just miraculously wake up at the right moments.
Possibly.
Maybe Cam will come back and find her, and who knows? I hope she'll be okay.
I'm sure she'll be fine. But you guys check it out for yourself and visit your local comic book store. Support. And if by some reason you are unable to get to your local comic book store, you can always check out the app.
The DC Universe Infinite app.
Where you can watch it, where you can read it with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, on a plane, on a train, anywhere, at any time. We love you guys. And as always, peace. Happy New Year's.